add this. I got one today.
All right, beautiful people, let me take attendance really quickly, and then we'll get into starting Module 6. I also sent this presentation to you yesterday via your KIP email. All right, Destiny's here, Jason's here, Maria's here, Elijah's here, Talia's here, Ayana is here, she's testing. Samaya is here, Ariana is here, she's also testing. Shawnee's here, Porsche.
I didn't see her.
Okay. Dee is here, also testing.
Is it AI?
Tony's here.
Whoa. I think I'm getting recorded without my permission.
Walk, walk.
All right.
No, wow, wow.
So, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be learning in Module 6. And I feel like this is probably the most important module of SLS because it is very, very applicable to your lives these days. So Module 6 is all about information literacy, being able to parse through information, do research. This is very analytical, critical thinking, high-level stuff. So if you want to pull this up, you can. Unfortunately, I feel like everything is blocked these days. So I want our student now to be, is it AI? Technology is advancing really, really quickly. And sometimes we have to realize when something is fake or real. All right, so we're going to do this whole class. Let me pull it up for you. Oops, that is not what I meant. It's hot. It is hot, isn't it? I have a fan I'm going to plug in just a second. All right, so let's talk about it. I want you to grab your whiteboards. Grab a whiteboard for your group. There are 10 sets of images that we are going to look at. And your job is to determine which one is real and which one is fake. All right? Let me plug this in before I get too sweaty. All right, let's do number 1. So you're going to write down left or right. Which one is the real image, left or right? Oh yeah, I can.
Right, final answer.
Okay, we see what we got. Group 1, they think it's right. Group 2 thinks it's right. What do you think, Elijah?
Wait, we're guessing
Which one is real?
Oh.
Which one is the real image? Okay. Oh, great. Destiny thinks it's the right one. It looks like we have a consensus. So let's go ahead and pick our right one. All right, we'll learn at the end.
What?
You are all correct. Great job so far. All right, number 2, historical events. The Titanic. Which one is real and which one is AI? Tell me which one is real. Left or right? Okay, we've got right. Okay. Let's see what Britannica tells us. You are correct. Yes. Incorrect masts and chimneys, inconsistent lighting. All right, but it's also, you just can kind of tell, right? Like, even the color, I think someone said the coloring, is that what you just said, Samaya? Right, the coloring feels too vivid for such a historical event, because remember that was back in like the 1912, 1914. All right, number 3 is students doing art projects. Which one is real, left or right? Which one is real, left or right? Okay, group 4 says left. Group 2 says left. Group 1 says left. Also, as I'm calling these out, don't be a sheep, don't be a follower. Do what you think is best. All right. And again, there's no stake in this. This is what I do now. So just pick one. That Oh, okay. All right. So another consensus with left. Let's see if you are right and what is going on. Yes. Okay. It's always about the hands when it's AI. Okay. It's always about the hands. There's something about an artificial intelligence. They can't seem to get the hands right. I also notice like when there's AI videos, you notice how their mouths move. That always gives it away for me too. All right, but you would be shocked at how many people, especially the older generation, who are duped by all these AI pictures and videos. Just go on Facebook sometime. You'll learn. All right, Mount Fuji. Which one is real? Which one is fake? Or sorry, which one is real? Left or right? What was that? Okay, group 2 said right. Okay, group 4 said right. Right. Elijah, what you thinking? Group 1 said right. Okay, you said right as well. Got to see. I think you guys are killing it, but let's see. Yes. All right. The leaves lack detail. All right, there is an E. This bank is incorrect. All right, what number are we on? Number 5, space exploration, which is the real shuttle launch. L for Elijah. Group 4, right.
Wait.
Right. Okay, so we're all saying right is the correct one. All right, Elijah changed his mind. Ooh, this one you were right originally, Elijah. Yes. Okay. So I've heard some people saying this one's too dark. But that doesn't make it AI. It's deep. It's the details, right? Look at the difference between this shuttle. It almost looks like a fake, like toy shuttle, versus this one. All right. Even the clouds behind are not real.
That was more so looking like the afterburner thing.
The afterburst. I agree with you. The afterburst looks way more realistic than it does here. All right. So that one got you. All right. Number 6. Geography, Hong Kong at night. Which one's real? Ooh, now we're starting to get a little tripped up. Okay, group 4 saying left. What did you say, group 4? I'm sorry, left? Okay, left. Okay, we're thinking right, left. Ooh. So we've got 2 lefts and 2 rights. Destiny, you're the tiebreaker.
What if they're both AI?
They're not.
The left is real.
All right, right. So we're gonna go with right is real because that is what the majority consensus. Sorry, lefts. If you're right, feel vindicated. All right, you can make fun of everyone else. Not really. Oh, lefts. Go ahead and give yourself some shine for recognizing what was real and what was AI generated. All right. So I know what threw you off about this picture for those of you who picked right. The water looks fake. It's not really a detailed picture, right? It kind of feels like almost fuzzy.
It looks like it came from September 10th, 2001.
But think about the contrast in this one as well. So again, it's not always black and white. Number 7, natural phenomenon, the aurora borealis, the northern lights. Which one is real and which one is AI? All right. Elijah's going with right. Right for group 2. One of my bucket lists.
I'm gonna say the right.
You can say the right as well. Okay, it looks like the rights have it, but let's give group 4 and Destiny. Okay, you guys going with right as well. This is kind of hard.
What?
When is the next home game?
It's the last game.
No,
do you think, Destiny? All right, right for group one. You said right as well, correct? Yep. All right, so the rights have it. Let's see if you are correct. You are correct. That one was tough. I was even wavering on that one a little bit.
I was not.
You were not? All right, accurate reflections. All right, there's different colors in the reflection than in the original Aurora Borealis, right? You wouldn't have a reflection of different colors. Oh, I don't know why it's so hot in here today. All right. So this is a pangolin. It's an endangered species. Which one is real? Which one is real? Sorry, I keep saying which one's real? Okay, Elijah's saying right. Right. Right.
It looks too cute on the left.
Looks too cute. The
Yeah.
animals can't look that cute.
No.
All right, the rights have it. And you are correct. Yeah, it does. This one's a little bit easier, right? It really, I mean, incorrect. Again, the feet and the hands. All right, and even just like the part of the shell or whatever those scales are don't look real. The pangolin is a really interesting creature. Never heard of them. All right, ancient Egyptian papyrus, which is what they used to write on. So this is. Okay, Elijah's saying left.
Yeah.
Okay, left for group two. Left for group one. Left for Destiny. And right. Okay. Well, group four, you are the outliers. So if you are correct, you get to, tell everyone that
Wait, who's
you're
the majority vote?
left. Yes. Okay, so the lefts have it. So, not that you would know hieroglyphics, right? Not that you're going to know everything, but the hieroglyphics on the right are not accurate. They don't mean anything in ancient Egyptian. This guy over here is also missing a hand. All right, so it is really about the details. Why did we pick this one? Too clear, right? If we think about ancient texts on ancient paper, it's going to be faded out, right? It's not going to be that crystal clear. All right, last one, and then we'll see how many out of 10 we got. This is the women's suffrage movement, when women were fighting for the right to vote. 1920 is when we got that. All right, sorry, Destiny. Left. Left. Wait, you gotta get closer. Okay, group two saying left, group four saying left. What are you thinking, Elijah? You go left? Okay, let's see. Ah, you got it. Again, when we think about especially old images, right? We want to think about, because they both look old, but this one has a kind of more vividness to it. But it's also, whenever you're thinking about AI, the text. A lot of times AI cannot generate accurate text. There's blurred hair, there's illegible text, it just looks like nonsense on their posters. All right, so let's see what our final score is. 7, we got a 70, we got a C. It's not bad. Oh, that's why I didn't get any. Oh, she wants to let you know, okay? Not bad, but see, some of them did even still trip you up. So this is all to say that it's really important to have information literacy and to be able to determine fact from fiction. Oopsie, let's go. So let's talk about our objectives. This is probably the heaviest lift as far as any module goes. and that is because I believe it is probably the most important. Alright, so we're going to be able to identify 6 main concepts of the framework for information literacy. We're going to describe different service today, is mostly focused on number 2, describing the different services available in the library and learning commons. You are an FSCJ student even though you are, I'm teaching you here at the high school, and you have all of these services available to you, especially once you get to college as well. Yeah.
Let's say we go to a college outside of Florida, our parents gonna be transferred over, because I've seen that if you don't go to a school in your state, you're doing credit.
So you would just request, that's a great question. So you would just request your transcripts from FSCJ and send them to whichever college you are going to. It is a lot of work. I had to do that too when I was in college, and I got my master's degree years after I got my bachelor's degree, and I was like, I don't even know how to access my UF account anymore. I don't know how to get into and request my transcript. But if you need any help with that, I can definitely do that. I know a lot of the people who are taking ENC right now are using these services, like the online services in the library, because people are having to do research papers. All right. So, we're going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of using the library resources versus the open web. We're going to demonstrate the use of library support, such as chat and reference appointments. You are going to chat with a librarian from FSCJ online as one of your assignments for this module. Alright, and you're going to evaluate web-based information sources critically using the SIFT method. So this is a pretty heavy module, so let's get into it. Alright, let's start by looking at what a college library and learning commons is. I need you to watch this video and have an understanding and a definition for college library and learning commons by the end of this. So just jot that down when you get that. Let's see, turn that up. And obviously, I did mention this in the email where I sent this presentation to you. There are a lot of videos. I know that they've blocked YouTube on campus, so if you are, or you know someone who's been absent, they will have to watch this or look through this presentation at home or on their personal device. I do not have another fan, but I can.
That's a question with kind of a complicated answer, so please bear with me. A college library is a place you can go to that collects scholarly information like books and articles, and an employee librarian helps students find and use that information, which can be face-to-face and online via text chat and a learning commons is a multi-use area where students can meet with tutors, games, collaborate on projects, and learn new skills like multimedia content creation, or just a library. When you combine a library, a learning commons, and the internet, you create something greater than its individual parts. The library and learning commons is a place on each of our campuses, also a website where you can find and get help finding reliable, high-quality information like books and scholarly articles. Some information like books, specifically medical status.
You know, this is as loud as it goes. I'm sorry.
Field stats. Many books and most articles, however, are in digital and are available through the library's subscription database. You can access from anywhere, so you can do research at home in your PJs or from Alaska. But if you are local, the library and learning commons provides you with safe places to study or collaborate. You can tuck yourself away in a quiet study carrel, recline on some comfy seating, or do group work in a collaborative area. Whatever you're trying to do, there's probably a place for it at one of our locations. Although we would appreciate it if you enjoyed your meals elsewhere. Pizza grease just never comes out of a keyboard. The Library and Learning Commons offers services both face-to-face and online to help you become your best academic and creative self, like tutoring, research help, or technology workshops. Think of Library and Learning Commons staff as your own personal academic support team. We're here to help you succeed, and we love what we do. And unlike your teachers, Library and Learning Commons staff don't grade you. We're here to make your life easier. And you don't need to be struggling to benefit from our help. We can help good students become great students. are, you can reach out to us using the Ask Us link in the upper right-hand corner of our website. We're here to help you, and we love the opportunity.
Alright, so, library versus learning commons. Sorry, what did we learn? I know it was a little quiet, I apologize for that. So a learning commons is a what? It's a physical space, right? But it's more than just a library. Let me plug this back in.
Because it's wired.
So it is a physical space. You can do more than just check out books in a learning commons. What are some of the things that you can do in a learning commons? Study, play games, all right, and workshops, tutoring, right? Library is both a physical place and a online space, all right? We are going to be using that online space later on in this module. All right. Okay, we're going to skip this for just now and we'll come back to it. So I want us to take some notes about the Framework for Information Literacy for Higher Education, which is a mouthful. All right? But this is understanding how to be literate when you are parsing through information. That is going to be a really, really, really big skill in college. So I'm going to there are six pieces to this. All right, so let's talk about the first three. Make sure you have, if you need paper, I've got paper back there. Otherwise, you should be writing it in your notebook. All right, authority. Authority is constructed and contextual. What the heck does that mean? All right, so when we think about someone of authority, right? If you had me for my English class, remember when you learned about the rhetorical appeals? Ethos, logos, pathos. All right, ethos is that ethical piece, right? The credibility, in other words, authority. But what makes someone an authority figure or credible is often a social construct. All right, different communities will deem things credible versus or incredible and reliable and unreliable. Morning, of course. Based on their own belief system, their own social construct, right? Does anyone have a friend or a family member who either watches TikToks or listens to podcasts and totally believes everything that they say? No one? No one listens to podcasts? Is that not your generation's thing? Well, podcasts, TikToks, are this generation's. This is how your generation, and even my generation, gets their information, right? But in college, and that's fine for everyday life, but when we're talking about college, we need to be reading peer-reviewed papers, all right? Because in college, that is the social construct. That is what is an authority. Now, information creation. So creating new information that we have to learn. It's a process. And it starts with researching. Right? You're not going to create something out of thin air from your own brain. You need to also research what has been thought about this topic before. Has anyone written a research paper? No one has written a research paper yet. You have? Okay, so Leah has, right? When you're doing when you pick a topic that you want to, that you do a research paper for, you may already know something about that topic, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to just write this research paper off the dome. I need to make sure that what I believe, what I want to argue, is actually backed by research. Then there is the process of creating, and then revising, and then disseminating. And that is to give out that information. There might be many formats or versions of this information that you have created. All right, there could be visual infographics, charts, maps, narrative written papers. And then we have information has value. All right, I know it's probably hard to conceptualize this, but think about anyone, there's a lot of journalists these days who have left news organizations to create their own TikTok pages and become what we call independent journalists. And you can make money disseminating information on TikTok. So it has monetary value. These independent journalists, I'm thinking of Don Lemon off the top of my head right now. I don't know if you know who that is, but he recently got arrested for doing his job. But he also has social value. People know him, they respect him, and it has educational value. The whole point of these independent journalists is to disseminate information to as many people as possible so that they are aware of what is going on in our country and in the world. But because information has these three values, we have to understand copyright law. We have to understand how to properly cite our sources. Because plagiarism is a really big deal. And it's especially a big deal in college. There have been college students who have been expelled for using AI to help write their papers. So that's why we kind of started with the AI process to begin with. I'm going to give us a couple of minutes to finish writing our notes.